Hello and welcome to another Pulse-Fired Gaming video. Today we're going to talk a little about the Praetor. Now, for quite a while we offered this Praetor in our Etsy store and our store on printedstarships.com. We had this commissioned by Ravensfell, who's a longtime commissioner who's done great, excellent sculpts for our store and for other stores, for really the Star Wars Armada community as a whole. And we had been approached by another seller who wanted to do an update of this. So this is what we used to call the Mark II Praetor, and we're going to change the name a little bit because we have other ships that fit that term much better. So we're going to call this the Mark I Praetor. This is earlier work by Ravensfell, so you could see that the paneling is starting to come along, but it's not fantastic. So we're going to say that this is the Praetor that you would see in the Republic era. And it would be replaced by this guy. So this is the newer version of the Praetor. It uses all of the skills that Ravensfell has developed since he started his commissioning job doing 3D sculpts for us and for basically whoever wants to throw money at him. And he took some guidance from us. We requested that the trench get a little bit wider and go all the way down, kind of to match the Ansel Hassau sculpt or the 3D model that he's done on his website, fractalsponge.com. And then we had Raven kind of match the engine cluster details from that ship. Raven produced a couple different versions of this. One of the versions that we requested specifically is he wasn't going to add a hangar space or a reactor to the bottom to show that maybe the reactor had been armored or something like that put inside the ship. I kind of feel weird when ships this big don't have hangars. Like, logistically, how do you get people on and off? And you can argue that there are like small side hangars in the sides, but I feel like the ship needs a hangar. And I guess so do other people, because while this will become the new Praetor Mark II on our store, where the old Praetor will be called the Mark I, we are going to offer another variant of this ship that kind of takes the concept of a hangar and says, yes, please. So this is the carrier variant of the Praetor Mark II. We're going to call it the Praetor Carrier Dreadnought. It is the same engine array as the regular Praetor Mark II. This version does not have a visible reactor on the bottom because it's supposed to be armored and inside of it. And it gives out the underhanger and just goes nuts on the hangars. I like the way that Raven did these hangars, because it's very much reminiscent of like when you see the Millennium Falcon approaching the hangars on the Death Star. Like, there's a whole bunch of little hangars around those bigger hangars, and this kind of captures that exact feel on there. Well, in any case, this is the new Praetor family that we're going to be having on our store. And if you're interested, visit us at printedstarships.com, and we'd love to see you there. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.